Hello everyone, it's Nady, and today we'll be testing out the Carli Bybel Anastasia palette. As you beautiful people know, this is about the products and not the people behind them. Any tiff you may have with them, please cast it away because this is a channel of positive energy. Okay? Thank you. So, how the fuck is everyone? I hope wherever you're at in the universe, it is a wonderful day for ya. It's getting cold here in Michigan, and I do not like the cold. I'm so ready for palm trees. Maybe it's time to move in with my internet husband down in Texas? No, but I am very fucking excited to test this product out today. I have not filmed in probably like 2 or 3 weeks, but I'm filming 2 videos today, and both items that I'm filming with, I actually have stuff to talk about. I've been preparing what I was gonna say about both things so much that my lips are actually fucking dry. My god, get up here. Oh my god. It's like my lip oil needs some Viagra. This thing does not have a confident jet. But I actually have not even taken a look at this palette yet. It's still in its box, and I think I did end up paying a little bit more to get the more zhuzhed up palette. And by zhuzhed up, I think it was in like a sparkly box or something. I don't know why I wanted that one, but they got me. Actually, before we open this up, why don't I go ahead and say my little spiel? Please feel free to skip ahead like maybe 3 minutes, I don't know. But I do think this was a very odd collaboration. Not that I have anything against Carli Bybel, like I've never met her and I always used to watch the shit out of her. She is so fucking stunning, but I legit don't watch anybody on YouTube because the bitch doesn't have time. But when I saw this collaboration, Carli popped into my head, and the only thing that I've ever seen her do is like a very soft glam, which don't they already have a palette that's literally called soft glam? And so to me it just did not make sense because Anastasia already has a shit ton of nude palettes, and I'm all for more nudes in the world, but more so when they're in my inbox. But I'm gonna tell you exactly how it is. I am straight up losing interest in this brand. No shade to anybody because it is all just business, but Norvina's kind of turning Anastasia into a color pop. I kind of feel like they're losing customers because of the frequency at which they're launching shit. People cannot afford it, myself included. And Norvina did talk about the business behind it. It does make sense. But then at the same time, to me, it also sounded like, how can we earn more money? Which businesses run off of money, so I get that. Like in the last month, they've launched what, 3 $60 pro palettes, 2 $45 influencer palettes, all within a very short time. And I don't know your money sitch, but I feel like most of the people in the world cannot drop that kind of dough. And it's not like Anastasia is forcing anybody to buy anything, but they do have kind of like a culty following because they've been around for so long and do have such good products. And your titties know that some people are gonna buy this shit instead of buying groceries. Been there, fucking done that. But really, the frequency totally takes away from the novelty of saving up for an Anastasia palette, because by the time you do actually get the money for it, they've already launched like 3 or 4 other palettes. I don't know, I'm basically just ranting right now because for me, Anastasia Beverly Hills used to be like fashion, where each season you would just get so hyped for their launch because there was so much time and effort and creativity put into it, and it was just worth the wait. And I'm not saying that there isn't time or energy or creativity put into these new launches, but the rate that they're coming out with shit, it just kind of cheapens the brand, but the prices are still the same. Like, just to show how fucked up it is, for one of the launches, I instantly ordered it like the moment it came out, and before I even got it in the mail to review for you, they had already launched something else. And so because they launched something hot and new, what I had ordered was completely irrelevant. I didn't even get to film with it because the world had moved on and nobody cared about that product. Literally, the only way somebody can stay relevant with their Anastasia reviews is if they're on their PR list, because they get the stuff early, and I mean, I very much doubt that I'll ever be on their PR list. But then from a business aspect, I do get it. Like, I can see how coming out with a lot of things is beneficial, because if this group of people doesn't like this launch, maybe they'll like the next launch, and then you just boost your sales. But there has got to be a better balance here between being money hungry and listening to your consumers, because right now there is a super uneven weight distribution. But that is just my opinion. It has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of their products. I rarely ever find an Anastasia palette that's actually shit. I mean, the color scheme might be a total bore whore, but it is very difficult to find an actual crappy shadow from them. But just something about the frequency that they launch stuff, it really turns me off. My god, I talked so long. Now, let's get into actually reviewing this, because they probably came out with 2 other palettes since I started this video. So, this is what it came in, and this is what I paid, I think, like $3 or $4 extra for, which, I mean, that's actually kind of cute. It makes me feel like I did get PR. This is very cool. It's got little holographic kind of 3D circles on it. If you are a makeup collector, 10 out of 10 would probably recommend, because this would look very cute on display. I personally have way too much fucking shit to add this to a collection to display. Okay, so here we have the palette. I don't really even remember what it looks like inside. I did go and grab the Soft Glam palette and the Sultry palette because those are my two favorite nude palettes ever. And so I thought we could kind of compare. Oh, wait, here we have it. Okay, so it looks like we get kind of like orangey reds in here, which yay for that. But when I think of Carli, I think more of like plums. So that's kind of interesting, unless she's switched her look up, which she may have. Hold on, let me quick Google her. I always love Google imaging people and then making sure the settings are on like the highest quality and you can really zoom in on their pores. Oh my god, I get off on that shit. What's weird is that I guess I do see her in some kind of rusty brown oranges, but no reds. Oh wait, no, I take that back. She does kind of do some vampier looks, which, oh god, she's so fucking pretty. Bitch should be illegal. But like, looking at the picture, I honestly don't really see Carli. Maybe it's different in person. Let's go ahead and open this up. And while I'm doing that, let's also click onto C4Ha to look at the reviews. Ooh, oh my gosh. Okay, I do really fucking like this packaging, and I love that it is showy and kind of perfect for display. All right, so before I open this, let's look at the Sephora website. This has 4 to 5 stars, and this does retail for $45. Pretty typical for an Anastasia palette. Let's go ahead and look at the negative reviews first. Sometimes they end up giving little tidbits that are helpful for when we swatch and put this on. Okay, first negative review is disappointing. I was really excited to try this out, but unfortunately it does not work well with their brown olive complexion. Don't waste your money, very disappointing. Definitely not one of Anastasia's best, especially following the Jackie palette. So chalky and no pigmented, don't even know why the fuck I bought it. Once again, this person says they're chalky. The color story is way off. Chalky, boring, and dusty. Chalky, oh my god. So many people are saying it's chalky. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the 5-star ratings. Really love the color story in this palette. It reminds me of a winter wonderland. They really like the colors and they come out smooth. Not sure is having pigmentation or chalky issues, but the palette they got was a dream. So maybe there's a few inconsistencies here. Ooh, the metallic shades are like butter, very on par for Anastasia. Beautiful colors, very pigmented, and they blend beautiful. Okay, so none of these are really helpful, but I kind of wonder if we got an ashy palette or a pigmented palette. Let me see if there's a little eyeshadow condiment here. We can get that out the way. There it is. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. This is boring, I ain't even gonna lie. To me, it doesn't look ashy, it just, well, that one kind of does. It has no flavor. This is the palette version of somebody who only uses salt as a seasoning. Although now that I really look at it, this one right here, it does look like it has a beautiful multi-chrome to it. It kind of looks like it goes from purple to blue to pink. That one kind of excites my nether regions. And then OA, that one looks pretty too, although it does look like multiple colors of pressed glitter, and I hate the titties out of pressed glitter. And then Aura, it does look pretty too. I mean, the shimmers, they do look quite pretty. It's more the mattes that really don't wow me in the least. But then again, when have you ever like looked at Carli and thought, wow, that's like super bright, colorful makeup? No, that's not what she's known for. She's known for more subtle looks with maybe a little bit of popping shimmer. So I definitely get the color story, but again, that's where I'm confused as to this whole collaboration, because we already have a million of these palettes. Let me just for quick shits and giggles open up the Soft Glam palette, which that is turning yellow. I don't think you can see that, but it's weird. Okay, so here we have these two. Oh my god. Here are these two palettes side by side. Clearly, they are very different. I don't know that anybody other than me said that they could be similar. Let me look in the Sultry palette. I mean, they're still both very different. I don't know. I'm really not trying to diss this palette or anything, because this probably does speak to a lot of people, and that's totally okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I also own all of the Anastasia palettes, and I'm pretty sure I own all of these shades throughout them, and so it's like, what's the point? I just want something totally new. But these shimmers though, they do look very unique and super pretty. So even though it's not the most show-stopping interesting palette, I do think you could create some really pretty looks with this. And it also does seem pretty user-friendly, mainly because I feel like there's only a few mattes here, even though almost half of this is mattes. But like already I'm seeing that these two colors would look really pretty, probably smoked out with that. I mean, all of them would probably look pretty together, and so it's kind of hard to go wrong with it. And I know a lot of people would much rather have a super user-friendly palette where it's hard to go wrong versus having a palette that's fucking full of colors that you have to really contemplate which color you're gonna put in, otherwise it'll be a muddy shit show. So I can't fuck with this, and I'm very excited to do swatches. So y'all know the song. Are you ready? It's swatching time. Oh my god, we are so close. You can see my sins and my terrible concealer. Oh my god, don't judge me. And here we go with the first 10 in this palette. Honestly, when I had them on my finger, they didn't seem that great a quality, and I thought they were gonna kind of be chalky when I put them on, but then when I did rub them on my skin, they actually turned out beautifully, and this is with no primer at all. Normally when I do these swatches, I don't fuck with the primer because it usually messes up the mattes. It always makes the shimmers look fantastic, but the mattes, it just messes with them weirdly, but even with no primer, they're sticking amazingly. I am very, very impressed. And now we have the last 4, which once again swatched magnificently, except Steve or Stev, whatever the fuck it is, didn't come out that great. I don't know if it's supposed to be not super duper pigmented and maybe buildable, but that one, it's probably my least favorite. It's not like it's bad, but when swatching, usually the Anastasia ones are really, really oomphy and almost too pigmented, but this, it's very underwhelming. Much like the first time I saw my college roommate naked. Didn't even know having an innie-peenie was a thing. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and take off my makeup, put a nice base down because I am reviewing a face product, and then I will be back to do a look. All right, my beautiful angels, we have our face on. It is very heavy, but I'm hoping that once I put this on, it'll all kind of balance out. I don't know, we'll see. But first, I'm gonna take this fluffy brush and dip into Bare. Ooh, she got a lot of kickback. Whew, damn. Anyways, I'm gonna take this and highlight the brow. Ooh, that goes on very, very well. I always love a good brow highlight, bitch. Bring me back to the 90s. The shadow does seem to be pretty pigmented. The only thing, and it could be my brush, is that it does really, really, really come apart easily. Like, to me, this shadow is already dug the fuck up. Maybe if I just kind of like lightly sweep it. No, she is just a powdery kind of girl. I know a lot of people don't mind that, and it's not that big of a deal. It's just, to me, it's like money flying away. Okay, let me try a different fluffy brush as we go into the crease. And for the crease, ooh, I'm really digging Cindy right here. Once again, it is really, really powdery, but it does pick up quite a bit. But it's almost like you can't lightly dip in because it just has like a whirlwind of powder coming up with it. Oh yes, I want Cindy all over my face. Let's put it right in the crease line, right here, back and forth. Oh god, that is a really, really pretty color. Fortunately, I am kind of wearing a salmony-esque blush, so maybe this will kind of go together well. Oh no, we'll see. Oh, but fuck, that blends out really, really effortlessly. It's super pigmented. I don't think it's got any splotchiness that I can see. Oh, so beautiful. If it were summertime and I weren't reviewing this palette and wanted makeup on, I would probably just apply this shade to the crease like it is, maybe a shimmer on the lid and call it good. It's just that pretty of a shade. It's so perfect for like spring or summertime, which also confuses me because we are creeping through fall into winter, at least in the US. I know for a little while everyone was obsessed with like only having summertime palettes in the summer, fall palettes in the fall, and now it kind of seems like makeup companies release whatever whenever. I personally do not mind at all because I wear makeup according to how I feel that day, not really by what's happening outside. So there we have that. It blended out so effortlessly. I love it. But to really bring the glam aspect up, I think we're gonna need some of that red right here, so I'm gonna dip into it with a fluffier kind of flat brush, and that picks up quite nicely. I'll tap off the excess. Let's place that right here on the outer corner, like halfway in maybe, and kind of up the crease a little. Right about there. Tap that shiz fest on. Oh yes. Not the most pigmented thing in the world. It's a little bit dusty. Maybe we can kind of pack it on a little bit better, deepen up that color. I know the color itself is on the dustier side, so there's not really any way of avoiding that. But still, once it's on the eye, it's not splotchy, there's no patchiness. It goes on pretty much exactly like how it looks in the pan. Let me kind of push that into the crease so it fades from a red to that beautiful salmon. I did say before that I feel like you could create quite a few looks with this, but now that I have it on my eye, I don't really know how many you'd get out of this, because after you really blend these out, the red and the orange do kind of start to look the same, because it's either this or like a brown look. And I feel like I'm repeating myself throughout this whole fucking video, but this is a very Carli Bybel-esque look, so I do understand why there's those colors. It's just from a consumer standpoint, I want a little bit more for my money. I'm gonna go in with Cindy again and kind of soften those edges out and bring back a little bit more of that color. I really do like that color so much. Unfortunately though, there isn't wasn't like a deep, deep brown with this, and that's what would really, really glam this up, I still feel like there should be like a plum in here, or even like a black. I don't know. Maybe let's take some Bybel right here. It's kind of a mauve-y shade. I'm gonna place that right on the inner part of the eye right there. And what I like to do is kind of bring it into my eyebrow right there and bring it down the nose. That helps with the nose contour. I guess one negative that I have is that these don't really layer up well. Like once you put a color over it, the one that you're putting it over kind of just dusts away and disappears. Like all that red is gone. Even though I really didn't go over that red with anything other than the red, it kind of faded a lot. So let me take a bit more on that brush and kind of saturate it right there again. And just so that these shimmers have something to stick to, I'm gonna go in and cut the inner part of my crease. I know I always do that, but I do want to give these shimmers the best chance possible and something to cling to. And seeing how the mattes are kind of just dusting away, I really don't want to end up with shimmer on my face by the end of the day. So I'm just gonna go in very, very lightly with concealer here. And I kind of feel like I want to put gold down and maybe this chunkier red over it, but then at the same time, I really want this. Oh god, what the fuck do I want? Maybe I'll put that in the inner corner? I don't know, let's fucking try. So on a flat, dry brush, I'm gonna dip into Moo. It seems to be picking up okay, however, I feel like it would probably be better with your finger. Let's try this first before we finger my eyeballs. It is going on super minimally, but I'm actually okay with that because I do want to pack another shadow on over this. I don't know how well it's registering on camera, but in person, it's very pretty, very subtle. And I fucking love the fact that it's not flying everywhere on my face. Like once it's on this brush, it is stuck on there until you adhere it to something. I'm not so certain though that it would stick to like a dry eyeball over a matte. Okay, there we have that. And now I'm gonna go in with this red Aura. And it too is a very on the chunky side. It has a gorgeous gold to red shift. Maybe I'll have to put this on with my finger, but we'll try it this way first. Ooh, that's pretty. Yeah, I totally need to put it on my finger because it is falling off onto my face. Take our middle finger because that's my favorite one, and let's tap it on there. Actually that's creating even more fallout. It was better with the brush. What the hell? Maybe it needs a wet brush? Let's moisten this baby up. Oh yeah, okay, so there it is definitely sticking. Maybe we can kind of paint it on. Okay, it's pretty. It's not my favorite like at all, but it's creating a nice look. Go in on the other side with a moist brush. I don't know. This shadow is just, it's kind of clumpy. Because it's so clumpy, it wants to like gather and pill up and fall off your eye. The hell? Okay. This queen is not pleased. But I'm not displeased enough to say like off with its head. Let's pat on a little bit more Steve onto the outer corner and kind of make a soft transition between the shimmer and the matte. Okay, so there is that so far. Let's go on to the bottom lash. And for that, I think I'm actually gonna start with Bybel. I really liked that shade. And like usual, I'm gonna start by smoking this back and forth from inner corner to outer corner. All right, is that really doing much? Not really. Let's go in with more. Because this is kind of a purpley color, I'm scared it'll like fall down a little and create like bags under my eyes. Just spent so much time trying to conceal all that shit, and now I'm adding it back again. And then I'm gonna go in with some Cindy and kind of smoke that out underneath. And let's finish this up with some of that red. Place that right along the lashes, back and forth. This red is just so blah. I just wish it had a bit more of a punch. You do kind of have to pack it on. There's nothing wrong with having to pack a shadow on. Some people prefer that because they're easier to work with, but it seems like no matter how much I'm packing on, it just like blows away and I have to keep reapplying it. Like I'm having to reapply it to the outer corner even though I just touched it up like 2 minutes ago. And then on the inner corner as a highlight, let's go in with this beautiful, ooh, maybe I want to do this shade first. Okay, let's apply this one right here just as kind of like a base. That is a very beautiful highlight. Love that. In fact, let's put a tiny bit right here on the brow bone as well. Yes, bitch. Ooh, I like it. Now we can go in with this multi-chrome. I'm just gonna take it on the same brush and lay it right here on the inner eye. That's pretty too. Not super noticeable, but I like it. This would probably be stunning over like a black or even like a black lipstick. And I would love to put a dark liner on, but I actually think I'm gonna stick with a nude liner today. And honestly, it wouldn't be a Pop Lux look if there weren't some kind of a little wing on there. So I'm gonna go in with my Hank and Henry liquid liner. Love this shit. Oh god, my eyes are watering and it's taking away my liner and everything. And actually, just to make this a little bit more glam, I'm gonna take some of this deep brown shade right here and press it right in between the lashes, just to make it a little bit darker. Although that brown really doesn't go good with that red. Okay. I think it looks okay on my monitor, like what you're seeing is fine, but in person, it's almost like this turned into a yellow, and then when I mixed it with that red, it's just kind of like a bile shade. I don't know, maybe if we apply a little bit more. I think that logic is so fucked up that it might actually work. No, those shades just, ooh, no. Let's just hope that mascara covers that. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. And here we are with the final look. For lips, I ended up going in with Jeffree Star's Unicorn Blood and topped that off with ColourPop's On Display. So, I don't love the eye look. It's not like it's bad or anything. I mean, I do wish my eyes would stop watering because it fucked my eyeliner up, but that's not what we're looking at. We are looking at the colors, or I suppose the lack thereof. I don't know. I'm very kind of torn about this palette because it's not like it's bad in quality. It's just that the colors are so boring that I don't even want to reach for this again. Like, if this is something that speaks to you, then grab it. You're not going to be disappointed. But for me, I'm not even sure that I'm gonna keep this. There's a lot of shimmers to work with, but there isn't much else. Like, this red is beautiful, but it's very, very, very dusty. And you can build it up, but when you build it up, it kind of flies away too. Like, you can't get a super saturated, deep glam look with this palette. And honestly, that's kind of what Carli's known for. Oh my God. Mia's sitting in the box that this came in. That is so cute. Let me see if I can lift it up without her flying out of it. Look at this. She's just sitting there like a good little girl, aren't you? Oh, you're so cute. Okay, go back down. Fur babies, we don't deserve them. Anyways, so this palette. Truthfully, I think you could stay within this brand and get a better palette. This is just, it's boring, it's ashy. It's not hard to work with, it's just that you can't create really colorful, saturated looks. I think it's just missing a few deep shades in there. The only shadow in here to me that really screams Carli is this one right here and maybe this red one, but I just wish it were deeper. I think in camera it looks way different because in person, it's just kind of flat. And they all are kind of flat. And when I was putting on my lashes, I went to go tinkle in my bathroom. And when I was under that light, oh my God, there was fucking fallout everywhere. Oh shit, this eyelash is coming off. Anyways, while I'm re-gluing this, there was glitter on my cheeks. There's glitter all down here. Maybe if I put my cell phone on, y'all can see better. Maybe not at all. But in normal, regular lighting, I look like fucking Liberace's sperm. And normally I don't mind having that type of thing on my face, but when glitter is involved, get me the fuck out of here. So is it a bad palette? No, it's just not something that I personally am gonna get much use out of. If you like the color story, awesome, great, good for you. I love that. Oh God. There we go. As I was saying, for me, this palette is kind of a miss for me. I probably have all of these colors in my collection somewhere and a more vibrant version of them. I love Carli, I love Anastasia. You could see how it performed on the eyes. If you like it, grab it. But do I think it's worth the price? For me, no. It's just two ashy colors and a couple browns with a few kind of unique shimmers. All right, I am ready to be done with this video, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you all so much for being here. Please let me know down in the comments below if you have this palette. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Why? Is I lit thick on my teeth? No? Like always, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Don't forget my newest collection of highlighters, including Black Ice, which does change from black to white, is available at thepoplux.com. Also, my latest album, Kiss of Fame, is available everywhere online that music is sold. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting them. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at officialnady, and you can follow me online at thepoplux.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye.